Hello everyone, busygamerdad back again. Going to be picking up our 7th Saga long playthrough. And I wanted to show you this. This is something that's like, I can't make this up. We're level 35. We've been playing this game for 51 hours. I've been playing this game for 51 hours. I don't remember the last time I played a Super Nintendo game for 51 hours. 51 and a half hours. I just wanted to showcase that to you guys so you knew where I was coming from and understand the level of effort that this is taking. For you guys, for you the fans, for you guys out there in TV land wanting to see more about this. You know what? I do it and I suffer and it's okay. I suffer for the art. I'm just embellishing. This has been mixed bag. I've had fun, I've had some heartbreak, I've had some just frustration moments, and thank you very much for the viewers who have stuck with me throughout the entire playthrough and enjoyed the content. So we're gonna be I don't think I can buy any more of this stuff here. I am going to be refilling on the bottles of water or bottles of fire just to have those in my back pocket. Oh, I already did that. I was smart. I was actually so smart. We can do the wind balls. We can do the rubies. Let's do... I think I maxed everything else out, right? Nope, I can get some more magic waters. I will use them. Get those out. Okay, good. So I got that. I knew there was one thing else that I was missing. I couldn't remember what it was. Just for funsies, though, I want to check. Nope, can't take any more of those. So this episode is going to be, I can guarantee you it's going to be a two-parter, because we are going to be poking our head further into the cave past Monmo, the blue dragon that we finally were able to defeat. I have not played since then. It's been about, I don't know, a week since I've had a chance to play, so I'm coming back into this a little bit cold, as it were. We can't really... The lack of levels in our part is not a bad thing. I mean, we just take all the fights that we can get still and keep on working through it. That's what it comes down to. And we invest the time that we need to up our characters' defenses and our magics and our powers, etc. And that's just what these games really turn into. The mirror, is it gonna work? It worked. The mirror worked. So the mirror, if you didn't know, it has an automatic function. It does not proc every time, does not work every time, but it allows you to reflect stone, petrify, back onto the enemy. The same thing with the harp. The harp doesn't work every time, but you are able to reflect, or not reflect, I'm sorry, eliminate instant death moves, some instant death moves. And don't ask me the percentages or anything like that. In this game, they do precious little to tell the player. I did one spell to that guy and he like pieced out. So yeah, so this is just a sword. I just remembered it was a sword, so I don't need to defend. They do precious little to tell the player like all the ins and outs of the stats and what they mean. So there is a magic defense stat, and that is very true. Oh, come on. We just kind of wasted time. That's annoying. And this is also part of the problem we're at right now. If I really wanted to level up, I would go back to Palasu and I would stand outside the town and I would level up there and just go wholesale spending all my MP, ducking back inside the town and leveling up again. I don't know if I need to do that. I might take that upon myself as a chore to do if this doesn't go well, if we go further into this and it's like, yeah, we clearly need to have at least 1 or 2 more levels under our belts before we go any further. So like case in point here, like I'm gonna actually wholesale swing for the fences here, and I'm gonna blast them with Blizzard. We'll do Blizzard 1. We'll do Blizzard 1. Luck's taking some damage. Blizzard 1 right there, because it's only 2 points more. I know it's only going to do 1, and it should hopefully one-shot. Yes, okay, good. It did one-shot, and she pieced out too. So it's like annoying. It's so annoying that we're at where we're at right now. I need to do the star rune in case this guy attacks us. So we're getting a little bit of experience. Not a lot. We're getting a little bit. Right here, and then I'll have you do the water rune on yourself. And here we go. There it is. And then he's going to try and defense down, and we dodge it. So this is kind of where I know we're in a good place, because we are able to not be affected by their spells, and they're running away from us. So yay us! We're strong. Big strong. Big strong. So now we just got to work through the rest of it, where we got to, get to the actual location. There's no fast travels in this game. Well, let me phrase that. There is fast travels, the runes and things like that, but there's no like shortcuts or anything like that. You can keep on doing defense down. You got like one more hit point left and we win. See? Yeah, so right there. So I'm glad to take the experience where I can get it. And we found a saber. Oh, nice. I don't think that's going to be any good for us. I don't think that's going to be any good for us. So if you've been keeping up on Busy Gamer Dad news, the reason why I've been taking some time off is I just ran a marathon. I did not hit the time I wanted to for my marathon, but that's okay. I'm actually not upset by it. So I've been telling people, and it's kind of like my bumper sticker statement for it. I am not happy with my time, but I am ultimately happy with how I performed and my body performed. Now that sounds like a little bit of a counterintuitive statement, but let me explain. So, there's no reason for me to be here because of this. Yeah, I don't want to get instant death. Please don't. Did the harp stop it? Didn't work. Good. All right, so I'm just going to escape. Even though those guys are worth a lot of experience, it's a lot of labor to get that experience, and there you get more return on investment by going to another fight. But unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get one right away. So circling back to the marathon, I liked how I performed during the marathon overall. I learned a lot out of this marathon. I hadn't run a marathon in several years, and I've been training pretty much all year for this entire marathon. I had to take some time off in the beginning of the year because I hurt my knee, but it was really good. It gave me a chance to focus on personal growth from a fitness level, and I followed a good training plan, and I learned a lot from the training plan on what to do and how to do it and things like that. The other side of it was the ability to, go into it knowing that I had, months of training and focused training, applicable training to the marathon. So it was really nice. And basically the lessons learned that I got out of it were several in this case of, so I used a pacer. And I was planning on using a pacer for the marathon to begin with. So pacers, if you don't know, in running marathons, and they usually have them if they can find some people to do them, is they set a pace for everyone else. And they hold a little flag up, and they might have a bib on that says, like, follow me for X time. And so when I went into it, I was hoping to get under 4 hours for the marathon. And so because of that, I stuck with a pacer that I had been training to, thinking that I was okay, and the time was like 4:47, which would have put me around like a 350 mile, somewhere in that range. I'd have to look at the numbers again. They've already flown out of my brain, and that's how I can tell I'm also getting old. But anyways, so my ramblings are, I used the pacer, and I did not realize it until it was too late, because I purposefully did not watch my watch, or did not use my watch for the first 10 miles of the race. And we got into like mile 9, mile 10, and I looked down at my watch, and we had averaged 30, or not 30 seconds, I'm sorry, we had averaged 8:30s up until that point, 8:35, 8:38s up until that point. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna burn out. And sure enough, I just smacked into a wall of fatigue. After the half mile or half marathon mark, I just tanked, and I could not recover. I actually wound up walking a little bit, which I actually had not done in the previous marathon. So the very first marathon I did end up walking a little bit, but marathons after that I never walked, even through the water stations. But I just found I couldn't keep my cadence up, I couldn't keep my focus, and I tanked. I burned out. So had I had some better thought on what was happening and understanding, I would have taken a step back and gone directly to the 4-hour pacer and done reps with them, whoever they were, stayed with them and paced with them. So there's your advice. If you're doing a marathon and you're at all concerned about it, find out if they have a pacer and stick with the pacer that is at your target time. Don't try and go above it. And if you're looking at a specific target time, or you have a range for a target time, go to the high end. And then if you're doing well, push. There you go. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully that resonates with a bunch of people out there. It's not a proven science. You got to listen to your body. You got to work with what you got, and it's not always going to be a one size fits all kind of prescription, but it will, I hope, help you make those decisions as you get into, you know, those big level races of things. Oh my god. Oh, we had the defense down. Okay. No, wait, hang on. Let me just, no, I'm just gonna use the water. I'm just gonna use some magic water. We bought them. Yep, I'm just gonna use the magic water. Yeah, item right here. And so I was rambling and I wasn't even paying attention that she got her defense turned down. So that's why she got one shot. Item, star rune here. So yeah, so in summary, I ran a marathon. I did not hit my time. I'm happy with what I did for the race. I am looking to potentially do another one next year. I can only hope to get better and do more running that is structured and in a plan that gets me to my goal. And I encourage you guys to set those goals. Goals are really important. And I'm not trying to say that from like a dad advice perspective, but just as a generality. Otherwise, you're very listless. Otherwise, you're just doing things to do them, going through the motions, and there's no drive. There's no effort. It's just you're kind of listless, even though you have direction, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So set a goal for yourself in everything that you do. And it could be just an arbitrary goal of complete the thing. That's a good enough goal. Trust me, that's a good enough goal. They had 5-hour pacers. I think they even had 6-hour pacers for the marathon. So if you can finish a marathon in 6 hours, good on you. Don't let anyone take that away from you. And if anyone tries to, you just tell them, have you run a marathon? And if they say yes, and they say their time is X, and you can be like, okay, that's good for you. This was what I wanted to do. Don't let them belittle your achievement, is what I'm saying. Be proud of your achievements, no matter what they are, even if it is just simply finishing the thing. I finished a puzzle. Good for you. Did you like it? No, I thought it was terrible. Well, now you know. Now you know you don't like doing puzzles, so you won't do those anymore. Things like that are really important as a person, I think, as you get older, because a lot of your early development years, like in school, everything is so focused on metrics of goal-orientated reward systems, where it's like, you better study or you're going to get a bad grade, or you aren't going to get on the team, you better work out, you better, practice. And those are your goals. There's subliminal goals in a lot of ways. And so that's where I think people, as they get older, lose those focus points and lose those tethers to we'll say perspective of effort, because after you get out of college, or even after you get out of high school, there's not going to be somebody pushing you along. Depending on your circumstances, there's going to be very little in way of direction for you, because your life is your own. And if you don't learn to set those goals for yourself, you are going to not have any goals, and it's going to be really hard for you. So that's again some really important advice that I would resonate with anyone giving it to me. But that's also because I've lived it. I know exactly where it's coming from, and it's not trying to be blissfully ignorant when you don't have those things, but it's a very real perspective as a person. So I've talked about this a little bit before in previous videos on other playthroughs. I got my degree, my college degree, very late in life, and I went into the workforce, which was fine for me. I was able to do that. I, was able to support my family, and I was able to complete my goals that I had for myself, buying a house, getting married, starting a family altogether, things like that with the job that I had. But it very quickly became a situation where I had this glass ceiling at my employer. And to get past that, I needed that ticket to ride, which was a college degree, a 4-year degree. And so I spent probably the better part of 6 months looking at online colleges that I could go to that would allow me what I was looking for, a engineering oriented degree in a field that would continue where I wanted to go for my career as a person, and then complete it and do so with my current employer paying for it. And I had that wonderful opportunity to do that. And I took the days, the week to read all the minutia, all the documentation that my employer, provided for the field, or for tuition reimbursement. So I knew what I was getting into. And one of the cool things about my tuition reimbursement was that I was on the hook to work for them for a minimum of 1 year. So what that meant was like, you think to yourself, like, that's not a good thing. It's like, yes, it is. If you think about it, it's actually a good thing, because if they dismiss me for some type of reason under the sun, any type of reason under the sun, where it's like there's a layoff, reduction in workforce, whatever they call it, I don't have to pay that money back. And it might give me, or might give them, or might give me some immunity, or might give them some pause in letting me go. Because if I've been on the books for them and they need to be reimbursed for $5,000, $10,000 for my tuition reimbursement, and they are looking to get rid of people, and I'm, potentially on the chopping block, but they say, oh wait, no, he has tuition reimbursement still owed to us, maybe we should look at something else. Unfortunately, yes, then it's like, well, you're automatically trying to save yourself and putting somebody else putting somebody else on the chopping block. And I'm like, unfortunately, yes, that is true. That's 100% true. I'm not going to mince words. That's 100% true. But I have to do what's right by me, and I'm not going to stop getting my degree simply because I want to save someone else's job. That's it depends on the circumstances, but that sounds almost like very self-limiting, and like almost like a scare tactic for yourself to not proceed with your degree, and you want to stick where you're at for some fear of growth. And maybe you need some therapy, maybe you need some counseling to manage those feelings, to understand where those are coming from, because you deserve better. You can if you want better, you deserve better. It's not one of those things in the world where you should be punished for something, for anything. You should really be looking at how you can best live your life and what you can do to complete those things. And this is a lot of rambling while all I'm doing is clearing trash mobs. So I'm just trying to diffuse boredom with idle conversation. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's, worthwhile for you guys to listen to a middle-aged man, middle-aged white man ramble on about what his life choices have led him to. But I hope it resonates with some of you out there, and the understanding that even if you are like me, identify as me, or if you are not, that you have the ability to take those risks and take those chances for yourself. Because if you don't, no one else is going to for you. You really should be looking at doing them for yourself. That sucks. That didn't work. Reviving didn't work, so we're gonna run, I think. I'm actually gonna do... No. I'm gonna try one more time. Let's try and revive. This, like I said, it's gonna be a slog. This is probably gonna be a multiple episode thing to try and get this through. Alright, it worked. Great, awesome. She dead? She's not dead. Now I noticed one thing, and I don't know if you guys saw this in the ramblings I don't know if you guys saw this while I was rambling. His flame attack, that ball of fire damage, did 33 damage to Asuna when she only had the star rune on. But when I put the light rune on her, it went down to 1 damage. So I'm wondering if the light rune also ups their magic damage as well as their magic power. That may be some type of like secret boon. Oh, I don't have enough MP for that. Oh no. Awkward. We're just kind of staring at each other. We'll focus on you. So yeah, something to consider. I can't really test that out. Well, actually, you know what? I can test that out right now. If I do the light rune on Lux, we'll try this out. We'll see. See how it looks. And then hit this guy. I think there's like pinions or something like that. You took the last 4 MP. Good job. Now you're dead. Alright, now I'm gonna do... We'll do water rune just to give us some HP back. So one rune, one. Yeah. So it didn't do nearly as much damage. So the light rune also does, instead of magic power, not just magic power, but also magic defense. We found something really important out. That's actually observations. Observations are really, really awesome. So now I know that, and I will be endeavoring to do that onto Lux every fight as well, so that he's not getting basically one-tapped by these things, those balls of fire, because he has abysmally low magic defense. What's our MP? We could do one more time, but I'm actually gonna start leaning into this guy right here, because I think he's got like about 300 health left. Yeah. So we'll do this right here, right there. Nice, and then he's gonna, yep. So I am actually going to do the water rune on Asuna, give her some more HP back. And then 1 damage and 23 or something like that. Oh, 36, okay. And then water rune here. And then magic ice rune. Oh, really? Come on. Punch? Good. Okay, cool. So we're going to get as far in as we can. I might end up teleporting out, unfortunately. But that's just how it's going to go. We're just kind of poking our head in here and see what's on the other side of Monmo. Which is, he was right here, currently, at where we're standing. And this one undead just saw fit to be like, hey, I'm the new boss. I'm the new Monmo. I was like, alright, fine. If you want to be the new Monmo, go ahead. I'll use a bottle of fire on you like I did that guy. Which was the best strategy ever. So, now, does this guy do magic damage? That's an interesting thing. I think he does. Yeah, magic up by 40. I'm just curious. If we just take the first 3 turns to just do this. And then kind of... I think he's got like high magic defense, so I'm gonna actually just maybe lean into this. Or not, never mind. Water rune, we'll do that. $140, yeah, not bad. We do the water rune and we hit Lux with it. Give him a little bit more. Oh, crit. 412. Oh my gosh. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well worth it. Well worth it. Alright. Let's see here. Let's go up in here. And this is a whole new section, so I have no idea where I'm going right now. This way leads to a lake. There's nothing there. Nothing over here. I can't make it that way, so it is straight that way. You see that horde of monsters that I just dodged? I didn't even realize I was dodging them. And they were always just like, no, stop, no, we wanna, no, wait. I was just ducking. Dip, dive, duck, dodge. Alright. These guys are still worth the fight if they stick around. I don't think they cast spells. So, I actually don't remember now. Stop it. I'll do this right here, though. Give Lux a boost to his attack power. Now, that said, I don't know if the Moon Rune gives us bonus defense. In addition to the... words are failing me, the Star Rune. It'd be interesting to find that out. I do not know. We'll defend. Good block. Oh no, poison! Hey, we didn't get poison. We didn't get poison because we blocked. We're smart. Alright. Good dodge. Should probably have hit the other one because that one still has an attack. Nope, it didn't matter too much. Let's do the Sky Rune on Asuna. So we're pretty well set up, I think. Punch. Crit again. 424. Love to see it. Love to see it. Every little bit helps. Every little bit. I have all the equipment I need, so the money is just kind of meh at this point, so whatever. I'm not gonna try and search for any secrets or anything. I think I gotta go this way, and I gotta go back up this way. And then, oh, there's the stairs. Okay, good. So I literally had just that far to go. There are no monsters here. What is this? What is this fresh new world? Where am I going? I don't see anything there. I don't see anything there. Is this like, can I fast travel to this place now? I don't know what to make of this. Oh, monsters. Found him. Found him. Stay away. I'm just going up the left. I just picked the path. Haha. Okay, so if I go in here, like, am I just like streamlining it? Because if I make it to the boss, I'm going to be like really excited, but really nervous. I'm going to do a split for this episode. It recorded a little bit longer than anticipated. I'm going to jump into the new episode right at the start of finding some wonderful new loot and fighting some new monsters. Hopefully you guys join us for that. Later.